A very good afternoon, dear students, and welcome to the digital classroom of Agrawal Vidya Vihar English Medium College. I, Professor Shaurya Shah, welcome all of you to Advanced Accounting and Auditing Lecture 3. I hope each and every student is well and sound at your place. Dear students, in the previous two lectures, we started with the syllabus of Advanced Accounting and Auditing Paper 1, that is popularly known as Costing. We had seen the syllabus, we had seen the first chapter, that is your Introduction to Costing. What do you mean by cost accounting? What are the objectives, scopes of cost accounting? And we had seen in the last lecture various methods of cost accounting. Again, dear students, you had also studied which method is applied in which industries particularly. We had solved the sum for that also, a university important sum. Now today, moving ahead, your first chapter is only related to your concepts, students. Now your second chapter is related to your meaning of material, right? So what do you mean by material costing? The entire chapter is based upon material. Then the next chapter is based upon labor. So today we will be starting with the material costing. Now from here onwards, students, your practical chapters will start. So first you need to understand the formulas that we are going to see today, and then we will be start solving the sum along with those formulas, right? So I hope each and everyone is ready for today's lecture. Fine. Now what is the chapter all about? It is the chapter about material costing, students. Now what do you mean by material? First of all, a material refers to all commodities or components which are consumed in the process of manufacture. In everyday life, we see that for manufacturing any product, you require various kinds of material. You mix those material and then a final product is created. So in order to calculate the cost of that particular material, you require a chapter called material costing, where you calculate the various quantities and the amount which is required for that particular material, right? So again, why material costing is important, students? In any manufacturing organization, the cost of raw material, I can say, is having a average of 35 to 40% of total cost. Suppose my total cost is of 100 rupees, I assume 30 to 40 rupees is for my material only, right? So if it is having a 35 to 40% or 30 to 40% of weightage in my cost, definitely I need to estimate it very effectively, and I need to utilize the material effectively. What will happen if I use the material effectively? My wastage will be reduced and my cost will be minimum, so that I can earn maximum profit out of that, right? So dear students, we'll be starting with the chapter. The very first thing, as I told you, is the meaning of material. What do you include in material? Material does not include only raw material, students, right? The term materials refers to all the commodities or the components which are consumed in the process of manufacture. All the commodities and the components, right? It is not only, suppose for example, if we are making a biscuit industry, right? So biscuit, the main material is wheat, that is flour, right? But it is not the only material. Along with that, you require various kinds of things so that a packet of biscuit is produced, right? So all those components, or we can say commodities, which are consumed in the process of manufacture is known as material. Suppose everyone is clear with the meaning of that thing, entire chapter is based upon this crux only, right? Now before moving further, dear students, you need to learn the types of material. Then what is included in material if we use the term, right? As I told you, all the commodities. So amongst that, the first and the foremost is your raw material. Raw material are generally which are purchased from outside and they are consumed in the manufacturing process, right? So they are known as, also known as direct material. As I gave you the example of biscuit industry, suppose we are making a biscuit of Parle-G. So for Parle-G we need wheat flour. So that wheat flour is a raw material for us. Next is your component part, right? Now when a final product is made out of two or more parts, right, that is two or more materials, then they are assembled, and for that assembled, the component parts are also required. Take an example of an automobile industry. If you are making a car, So you require various kinds of tires, you require seat material, you require metal body, you require engine out of it. So all those are your component parts which you require. So that is also material for you. Semi-finished goods. Goods which are not in, again we can say, sellable state, but some process is still remaining on that thing. It is known as semi-finished goods, right? Suppose I have inserted raw material in for production, but due to some issues production is not fully completed, but it is partly completed. So it is not in sellable state, but some production process has been done on that raw material. So it is known as semi-finished goods. Finished stock. Once you have completed all the production process and no further manufacturing is needed on that material, so that is known as your finished stock, which is ready to be sold in the market. Consumable stores. Dear students, during the process of production, you require various kinds of materials like oil, grease, again cotton wastage, you require certain kind of lubricants. So these are also known as consumable stores. These are very much lesser in amount, that is again those values are less, but you require it to make the production process smooth, right? So dear students, they are known as consumable stores. They will be consumed in the final product, but you will not be able to know what material is used. Scrap. The waste of materials arising in the course of manufacturing is known as scrap, right? Scrap is a kind of wastage which happens during the production process. Again, the scrap of one industry can be used as raw material for another industry, but why we are included in material? Because during the production process it is generated, and out of that you sell it and you earn the money out of it. Work in progress. The goods still in progress of being manufactured on which some process is partly done and are known as work in progress, right? So they are also known a kind of semi-finished goods only, but they are not the final product. You need to work more upon it and then you need to again transfer it to some another process. I hope it is clear. Defective work. Now many a times in textile industries, or many a times in, again we can say, electronic industries, it happens that during the production process some of the work becomes defective. Now it is again a product which cannot be sold in the market because it is having a certain kind of defect. So what you need to do is they are sold at a lower price in the market. Generally they are termed as seconds, right? They are sold in your seconds market, second hand we can say, right? So there is a defect, so you will get this product at a lower price. Again it is included in material. And the last is your finished goods or stock. Once all the process is completed, they are also known as finished goods, the thing which we saw in finished stock, point number 4 and point number 9. So it is the stock which is kept in godown for ready to be sold in the market. I suppose each and every student is clear with the types of material. All these types of material will be helpful to you in both the chapters of material costing and throughout the semester. Is it clear, everyone? Fine. Moving ahead. Now dear students, from examination point of view, a 14 mark sums comes from this chapter itself, right? What you need to do is you need to simply remember 7 formulas. On the basis of 7 formulas, you will be solving the entire long sum. If you are very thorough with the formulas, the chapter will be very easy for you. And again, a very interesting chapter. The sums will be very small, but to apply the formula and which formula to be applied where, that you need to know. I suppose it is clear, every student? Fine. Now again in this chapter, very much theory part is also given in your reference book, but in your exams particularly a specific theory comes and the sums which we are doing will be coming in your exam. So that specific theory part which is important for your exam and which is repeatedly asked, I will provide you in the Google Classroom in form of notes. So you can go through it, and again I'll take one of the lectures to explain those theory also, right? So is it clear with the theory part? We will be now starting with the important part of the chapter, that is your practical formulas, right? Now students, the heading itself, as you can see, setting stock and material levels, right? They are different words. Setting, you need to set for what? Stock and material levels. You need to set up different levels for a production process. So very simple story I will tell you. You will understand each and every concept in it, right? Suppose we want to today produce a product. For that product, you require 100 units of raw material. A very simple example, you will understand each and everything. Suppose you require to manufacture a product, for that you require 100 units of raw material. Now this 100 units is the maximum limit which you require, above which you don't need to purchase the thing. So what is 100 unit for me? It is the maximum level of stock. Keep in mind. Now continuously every day I am producing this product using 100 units. Now if I produce it, right, I have a minimum level of 10 units. If it goes below 10 units, my production process will be affected, right? So what I need to do, students, is to maintain the stock between 10 and 100 units of raw material. So if I have 10 units, it is my minimum level. If I have 100 units, it is my maximum level. Fine. We'll see one by one formula and then we'll understand and relate this example too. The very first among that is your ordering level, or we can say reordering point. The example which I gave you, that minimum level which I require is 10 units. So if my units goes below 10 units, then my production process is affected. So what I need to do quickly, students, is to ask the store manager, that is the person who is keeping the accounts of material, to purchase the new material from the market. So what is ordering level or reordering point? It is the point or level of stock at which the storekeeper must ask the purchase department to place an order for fresh supply of materials. It is the point where you need to reorder. Again, you can relate it with the common life, right? In everyday life, we use various kinds of materials to prepare the food in our kitchen. Once the flour is completed, or once the flour is less, or the materials are less, we go to immediately market and we purchase our requirements, right? No need to ask anyone. You go to market, you immediately purchase those things, and then you again restock your materials. Same concept applied in the industries also. So what you do, what is ordering level? Ordering level is the point at which the storekeeper keeps the order of fresh supply of materials. It is the point between maximum level and minimum level. As I told you, minimum level suppose is 10, maximum level is 100. So any point of time it goes near to your minimum level, then the storekeeper will ask to purchase the new material. What is the formula? You need to note it down quickly, students. It is maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. When this all formulas will be clear to you when we solve the sum, today only we are going to solve one sum for that. What is your ordering level? It is maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. What is the maximum consumption? I told you that is 100 units. What is the maximum delivery time? For getting those units, what is the maximum time I will take to receive it in my factory? That is my maximum delivery time. So maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. You can remember it as your max, right? Maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. I suppose it is clear to each and every student. The first formula is ordering level. You need to remember the formulas and understand the concept simultaneously so that you can directly solve the sum. Maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. Second, the maximum level which I told you, right? What is maximum level? It is the level of stock which shows the maximum quantity of stock to be maintained in order to reduce the blockage of excess capital. As I told you, maximum level I require is 100 units only. So anyhow, in any situation, I am not going to utilize more than 100 units, including wastage, everything, right? So if I again purchase more than 100 units, what I am doing is I am blocking my capital in excess amount of stock. So in order to reduce the blockage of capital excessively in the material, what I'll do is I will have a maximum level above which I will not make any purchases. So what is the formula of that? Ordering level minus minimum consumption of minimum delivery period. Minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus ordering quantity. All these things you will understand, students, when we will solve the sum. Every information will be given in that and then you need to do. But just now you just understand the formula, note it down, and then we'll be moving on further. So what is maximum level? Just remember a simple line, it is that level above which you don't need to make any purchases if you have stocked up to that level. What is it? Ordering level. This ordering level is which we found it in the first formula, that is maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. That is the maximum thing which you require minus minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus ordering quantity. I suppose everyone is clear with that part. Next is your minimum level. What is minimum level? In your virtual example, I gave you 100 units, 10 units. How you find it out? Ordering level. Again, you found out in the first formula minus average consumption of average delivery period. What is it? It is the level of stock below which it should not allow to fall is the minimum level. Below 10, you should not go. Right? So what is the formula? Quickly note it down. Ordering level minus average consumption of average delivery period. Is it clear? So far we have seen, students, ordering level, we have seen maximum level, and we have seen minimum level. I suppose it is clear. Now for understanding this minimum level, we will see one of the examples, right? What is example all about? Suppose the consumption of item A. To manufacture the item A, you require 5 units per hour for a day of 10 hours. So students, you are manufacturing a product item A. 5 units are required to produce item A per hour, and you are working per day for 10 hours, right? So how many units do you require? 5 units is for 1 hour. So for 10 hours, you require 5 into 10, that is 50 units. If this item is to be imported and takes 25 days to arrive, find out the minimum level for item A. So this item, suppose we are importing from outside. So what is the maximum day to arrive? That is delivery period 25 days. So I will, if today I put the order on 1st of July or 30th of June, I will receive it after 25 days. So what is the consumption? 5 units into 10 hours, that is 50 units. So what is average consumption, students? 5 into 10 is 50 units, and average delivery period is 25 days. Why? Because here ordering level is not given. So we will use this formula, average consumption into average delivery period. I suppose everyone is clear with that part. So what is we studied till now? Ordering level, we studied maximum level, we studied minimum level. So you need to calculate the consumption. What is consumption per day? How many units we are using? Next, dear students, is your danger level. The name itself says it's a danger level. It shows you the danger point below which you cannot go, right? If you will go below this point, your production will definitely stop. So it will be always below the minimum level. You have a certain maximum level, after that you have again ordering level, you have minimum level, and after minimum level it is danger level. What is danger level? It is the level of stock below the minimum level when immediate steps must be taken to obtain the fresh supply of materials from whatever sources are available, right? From whatever sources you can get the material, you have to immediately purchase it. If you will not immediately purchase it, then the production process will be affected and it will be stopped, right? So what is danger level? Danger level is average consumption into maximum delivery time for emergency purchase. What is your average consumption, students? Average consumption is the consumption which you use particularly per day, right? So what is it all about? Into maximum delivery time for emergency purchase. If I say that my purchase will take 25 days to deliver, as we saw in the last example, but what is the emergency purchase? Tomorrow if I want, or day after tomorrow if I want. So in how many days I can get the purchases material in my factory? So that will give me the maximum delivery time for emergency purchase. So I hope everyone is clear with this formula also, dear students. Just note it down. Danger level, average consumption into maximum delivery time for emergency purchase. I suppose now the students will be cleared with the all four formulas. I suppose that. Fine, moving on. The next and the last is your safety stock level, students. You have only 6 or 7 formulas to be studied in the chapter. Out of that, we are on the 5th formula. That is your safety stock level. What is safety stock level? It is maximum consumption into maximum time minus average time, right? There are shortcuts for every formula. Don't worry for that. You just need to understand which level is there for which purpose. Now, when it takes a long time to receive the stock of materials, it is advisable to keep a safety stock of materials so that production process is not interrupted, right? Now, when you are knowing that your material will take a long time, as we saw in the previous example, it will take 25 long days to import it from another country. So when it takes a long time, it is advisable as a cost ledger accountant that we need to maintain a safety stock level, that if a level falls below the minimum level, then there should be a safety stock level which will help us to continue with the production, right? So that is safety stock level. What do you include in safety stock level? Maximum consumption into maximum time minus average time. Maximum time which you require to make a purchase for the delivery, and average time is maximum time plus minimum time you require to make a purchase divided by 2, that is your average time. All these formulas we are going to see in the sum, so you people don't worry at all. I suppose everyone is clear. Please note down these formulas once again. I am showing you each and every formula so that we can start with the sum, students. What is ordering level? Maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. You just need to note down the formula only, no details. Maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. Maximum level is your ordering level minus minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus ordering quantity. Minimum level is your ordering level minus average consumption, that is consumption of average delivery period. Example we saw. Danger level. Danger level is average consumption into maximum delivery time for emergency purchase. Next is your safety stock level that we saw just now only, maximum consumption into maximum time minus average time, right? So if I start from the very top, the first comes maximum level, then comes your minimum level, in between there will be a ordering level, that is reorder level. Below the minimum level there will be safety stock level, and below the safety stock level there will be a danger level that you need to again take into account very urgently. I suppose everyone is clear with this part. We will start, students, with one short sum that was asked in university. This is VNSU 2008. A very simple example to understand the concept of 3 levels: maximum level, minimum level and ordering level, right? Just read the sum once, then we'll start solving it. I hope you all are having formulas in front of you. What is given in the sum, students? The very first is your normal consumption. Normal consumption is 100 units per day, students. Minimum consumption is 60 units per day. Maximum consumption is 130 units per day. Ordering quantity is 5000 units. Reordering period is 25 to 30 days, right? So I suppose you have been given 5 details which are enough for solving all the questions which are asked in the sum. I hope everyone must be clear with that part. Normal consumption is also given, maximum, minimum is given, ordering quantity is given, and reordering period. In reordering period, 25 to 30. So 25 suggests your minimum delivery time and 30 suggests your maximum delivery time. Fine. Shall we start, students? Now when you are having such kind of sums, you have maximum level, minimum level and ordering level. Always start first with calculating the ordering level. So we will start with the ordering level. I hope you all must be knowing the formula for ordering level. That is maximum consumption into maximum delivery time, right? So maximum consumption into maximum delivery time. What is maximum consumption? As you can see on the sum, I have put sum on every slide. maximum consumption you can see is 130 units per day, and maximum delivery time, as I told you just now only, is 30 days. So 130 units into 30 days gives you 3900 units, right? So what is ordering level? Ordering level is the 3900 units. Now when it will reach, the consumption will reach to 3900 units, then you need to again put a reorder for the materials which you require. I suppose everyone is clear with that. You can note it down, students. Formula is to be written in each and every step. Keep in mind that thing, right? So whenever you are solving this sum, formula also stands for 1 mark. So for every question you need to write down the formula first, and then you need to write it down. Okay, so second question asked is your maximum level, right? What is the formula of maximum level, students? Ordering level minus minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus ordering quantity. Keep in mind, ordering level is separate and entire thing is in bracket. So minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus ordering quantity. So everything is given in the sum, students. Ordering level, we have just now found it out in the previous step, 3900, minus minimum consumption is also given 60 units. Minimum consumption is also given 60 units, students. Then you need to calculate the ordering quantity, right? So minimum consumption of minimum delivery period you need have. So minimum consumption is 60 units, minimum delivery period is 25 days. So you can see in bracket 60 units into 25 days. Plus ordering quantity is already given, that is your 5000 units. Putting everything in formula, you can find it out. It is your 3900 minus 60 units into 25 days. So this is all in bracket. That gives you minimum consumption of minimum delivery period plus 5000 units. So 3900 minus 1500 plus 5000 gives you 7400 units. So what was my ordering level in first step? 3900. What is my maximum level? 7400. And suppose everyone has written it and are clear with this formulas. This is the very first basic sum asked in university. As and when you remember the formulas and you solve the sum, it will be very easy for you, students. It is a very scoring chapter. 14 out of 14 marks can be very easily scored. Now the third question which is asked in the sum, that is find out minimum level, right? So you must be knowing the formula of minimum level, students. Minimum level is ordering level minus normal consumption into normal delivery time. So what is your ordering level? 3900, as we already found it out, minus normal consumption again given in the sum, that is your 100 units per day. I will write down 100 units into what is my normal consumption and normal delivery time. Again you can replace this normal word by your average, because in formula we have seen the average word, right? So what is average consumption? 100 units. What is my average delivery period? 25 plus 30 divided by 2. So we have here 25 plus 30 divided by 2. So what I'll do is 100 into 27.5, that is 55 divided by 2 gives you 27.5, is equals to 3900 minus 2750. So it gives me 1150. So if we understand conceptually, what is my ordering level? 3900 units at the level at which I should start ordering, right? What is my maximum level? That is 7400 units. So in order to manufacture, I do not need to purchase more than 7400 units. And what is my minimum level? That is 1150. That is the minimum level I should keep in my business. I suppose it is clear to each and every student. Fine. I hope you all must have written this down also. Now the last formula of this chapter, students, and the most important formula out of all this chapter, again 14 mark sums will be asked from this, theory will also be asked from this, and one short question that is of 3 marks will also be based upon this formulas only, right? So all the university sums which we are solving are based upon all the 6 formulas which we have seen. 5 for material, and the 6 is for ordering quantity or economic order quantity, right? Now what is EOQ all about? We just now saw the ordering level for the material, right? What is ordering quantity or economic order quantity? It is the quantity which is most economical for which an order may be placed any one time for making any bulk purchase. So this is the economic order quantity, most optimum level at which you purchase, right? So how you determine it? EOQ is equals to under root. Keep in mind students, that is under root, everything is in your square root. EOQ is equals to 2 into A into O upon C. So in short you can use it as EOQ is equals to under root 2AO upon C. 2AO upon C. So what is A stands for? Annual material which is used, right? So it is the entire annual consumption or the quantity which is consumed in a year. So in the sum, they will give you particularly the entire quantity or the material which you are going to consume for the year. So that you will take here. O stands for students ordering cost. That is your cost for placing an order. Placing an order also takes some of the cost students. It is not free of cost that we will place an order. So what is the cost for per order that will be given in the sum that you need to take here. Next is your carrying cost. What do you mean by carrying cost students? Carrying cost or cost of carrying inventory. It is the cost which takes place again to store the entire inventory during a particular period of time or year, we can say. You require warehouses, you require storekeeper's salary, you require insurance for the particular store if any repairing is done. So for carrying the entire inventory during the year, you have such kind of carrying cost. So what is the formula students? Once again, EOQ is equals to under root 2AO upon C. I hope it is clear. Fine. So this formula is very much important for your short sums also. What university sums will demand from you? They will give you certain informations and certain information will be missing. Either EOQ will be missing, either your annual carrying cost will be missing, or your material will be missing. So you need to calculate on the basis of this formula. You need to remember it. The most easiest and the most scoring. Now many a times students, they will add one more thing in there, that carrying cost which we saw just now will be given in percentage. That is certain 10% is your carrying cost, 15%. What you need to do is you need to just add price per unit in the denominator in this formula. So new formula will be EOQ is equals to under root 2AO upon CP. So C will be your, again we can say the percentage, and P will be your price per unit. So 2AO upon CP. I hope everyone is clear with this part. Any doubts? So you can easily put a query in Google Classroom. We are here to help you out. Any doubts? Feel free to ask. Remember students, this is accounts lecture. You do not have to carry forward the doubts. You have to write off the doubts in the lecture itself, right? Then only you will be able to learn more and more. I suppose you all are clear with today's part. Every student, fine. Do practice it at home. One general advice for you all, remember this 5 formulas plus 1, that is EOQ, 6 formulas, note it down on a page of paper, write it down twice and remember the concept. If you are thorough with your formulas, your sums will be solved in minutes, right? So again, thank you for your attention dear students. We'll continue with the practical sums in the next lecture. Sums will be given very well in advance to you in Google Classroom along with this theory notes. Then we'll start solving the sums in the class. Fine. Again, take care students. This is Professor Shaurya Shah teaching you Advanced Accounting and Auditing 1, SYBCom Semester 3. Hope you have a very good day ahead. Thank you once again.